Good morning, everybody. It's John for Father's Rights and my anti-human trafficking YouTube channel at 6:05 p.m. March 12, 2025. This one's for my daughter, so when she gets older and she watches these videos, she could develop an understanding. To my daughter, you'll know I always taught you to defend the little kids that are smaller than you, and I told you for a reason, so they wouldn't get abused by anybody. Unfortunately, in this day and age, if you look at the last three people that were arrested for abusing children, they're all women. Okay? The problems that you have, Gia, that lay around you is that you got people that are less than honest to you, and they took advantage of you and your failings for your mother to twist you. So, I can understand what happened to you. But you also have to understand when I always used to tell you that you have to protect the little children. Remember in school, I told you to protect the children. And when people are panicking and running one way, you take the children and run the other. Remember I taught you that? And remember when you were being abused and you were complaining to school, the female principal and teachers, and including your mother, none of them would help you until you told me. I'm the only one that actually helped you. Because I do believe I'm able to bond with you. You know I love you for sure. I wouldn't let anything bad happen to you or do anything bad to you. You know that already. But in your mom's family, there's a history of hereditary abuse. And what hereditary abuse does, Gia, is it's to the detriment of the child. And like say grandma had three kids and only one was left alive, and the one that I know that did die confessed to me that grandma didn't care about her, and she pretty much never brought her to dialysis and always blamed somebody else. And that's your problem, Gia. You weren't brought to school, and mommy showed the same signs. She blamed somebody else. And one of the main reasons I threw mommy out of the house, told her to get out, and was to protect you from her neglect. But when she went and told grandma, who abused mommy and abused Jocelyn, she abused her, Gia. I was right there standing 10 feet away. I'll give you an example. When I went and bought the new living room set, grandma came over to see it, and I seen something that's just not normal. She touched the fabric and look what John bought me. Instead of saying what you expect from normal people, like, John, thanks for treating my daughter good. This is very nice what you did for her. Which I would get from a normal mother-in-law. No, that's not what happened. What happened is that she turned around to your mom and goes, I want one. I like it. I want one. And then mommy said, Mom, John paid for that. And then grandma put her hands on hips. You're telling me no. You're telling me no. I don't. I want. So, your mother was getting abused all her life by grandma. So she thinks abusing you is normal. Then you got Aunt Fanny, who's over there talking all kinds of crap in your head. And Aunt Fanny's sister, Mercedes, was found dead in a hotel. Carmen was institutionalized. And of course, your other cousin, who's supposedly very confused, has been taking psychotropic drugs for like 10, 20 years. And he refers to himself as a sociopath. and his mother disowned him. So there's a lot of things. Like if you look at my family, side of the family, the girl that got, what I told you that what happened to Christina, that's true. But what's mommy do? She says I lied. Why did mommy say I lied? Now this is a very interesting story, because that's a very bad crime, Gia. The person that did that crime and took the girl across state lines should be in jail for 85 years. The people that allowed him to take the girl out of the house when she was 15 years old and 8 months pregnant due to him usually would get 20 years in prison. Anybody that knew about it, any adult that knew about it, like mommy, should be on the registered sex offenders list and not allowed to be around children ever again for years until they go seek therapy. So she's calling me insane when somebody's harmed a child, Gia. I always told you about that you have to stand up for them. And you were my child, so I have to stand up for you. I'm afraid they're going to do bad things to you because they've done bad things to children in the past. A leopard can't change their spots, Gia. Nor a tiger change their stripes. So sometimes your mother's running around saying I'm insane because she doesn't want anybody to listen to the story that I have to say. But unfortunately, there was somebody that did, really high up there. Not to mention, if you go and check, Christina's husband Juan is running a scam, saying that he's going to fix people's credit, and he doesn't. He just takes their money and he scams them. Also, Grandma has also scammed Mommy in the past on the pigeon drop. And you don't have to believe me, you can ask Uncle Steve, because both of us worked in the bank and we were trained to detect that, and we knew exactly what it was. And I told Mommy on the phone, you got scammed by your own mother. You're in the wrong place right now, Gia. You just don't realize it. I wouldn't be surprised if they cleaned out your bank account because they took all your gold coins that were supposed to be for your college. They stole them. They also, your mommy took $8,000 in family funds and absconded that too. So what you need to do is you need to start talking to me about these things when you notice them. Because don't get involved in anything. They'll have you robbing and stealing, and then when you get in trouble, they'll disown you. Of course, they like it when you bring stuff home to them. But if you bring the cops home with you, they'll throw you out of the house. Do you understand? This isn't the first time Daddy's seen this. So I hope you understand and take a minute to think. What was done to me and you was very wrong. And people should repent and apologize to both of us before it's too late for them, Gia. You know when you're a kid that we have a Freaky Links for a reason. And the Freaky Links is just part of the stuff. So they can call it insanity. But when 2 out of the 4 people that were involved in mistreating you, like one of them yanked your arm out of your socket when you were 7 months old, 2 of them are gone. And once is an accident. Twice is a coincidence. The 3rd time it's a pattern. And to tell you the truth, for what they did, I expect the worst for them. I just don't want you inheriting whatever they got that's cursed them. You don't deserve that. You're an innocent kid. So you'll understand. You have anything you have to ask me questions, I'll answer the questions. Some things on this earth are unseen, and but they'll be felt. And on that, I'm out of here.